Okay there, Author Tube Planet. We're going to have a couple of readings. One from my book, Kiribati, and one from Cretans. Okay. Last night, I came home to the place in Fontana. There were a couple of laptops missing and an iPad. Someone broke in. Someone cut the little flipper device, that you lock onto like a garage thing. Except for, we call it the barn. It's a tool shed. Someone broke in and stole a lot of stuff. That's the bottom line. Now, this video is going to be about Hero Complex and Messiah Complex. Okay, and I got some notes. That's me on the back of Kiribati. I'm going to touch on some other things. We're going to read from Kiribati at the very, very end. The very, very end. Cicada is the girlfriend of the protagonist, Donovan Cobb. They're in the Hollywood Hills. And Cicada and Donovan survived the Twin Towers falling on 9/11. There happens to be a place at the base of the North Tower that was especially strong because of the 1993 bombings, and they retrofitted that area especially strong, and that's where they were in the building. So they survived, and now there's this calm in the eye of the storm. And Donovan's best friend is a guy named Preston Bancroft, a Hollywood producer, and his dad is a Hollywood producer, Hale Bancroft. And they're kind of entrenched, but Donovan wants to fight the dragon. He wants to go out there and defeat the enemy. And Hale's like, hey, let's live to fight another day. So let's do a reading real quick. The very end of the book. This is the very end of the book. Cicada set her chopped veggies on the table near the grill. Did I come in during the punchline of a bad joke, she asked. She kissed her lover on the stubble of his chin. It was one of her favorite things in life. Hale Bancroft joined the group on the patio from his couch inside. They seized all the videotapes, Donovan. He raised his martini glass and his eyes started to look red. 85 or 90 of them around the Pentagon. The FBI took them. Horace was able to check out a lot of the footage. He drank and wobbled. A missile. Horace saw the missile with his own eyes. It wasn't a plane. Yeah, Donovan scattered bell peppers on the skillet and ate a few slices. We're up against a monster. I have no problem with running and hiding. Maybe playing a little theater. All the world's a stage, right? They're determined to smash all the masses. They already ruined our democracy last year. Now, they're ruining our freedom, and they want to ruin our minds. But if we live through it, we just might be stronger people. You guys are silly, silly folks. Cicada giggled. So, let's just get to the end, because we're short on time. It was calm before the storm. It was a culmination of many years of friendship, sacrifice, and trust. The world had gone batshit nuts, would consume them in the coming months, and then put them on the run. Before dark clouds arrived, they laughed together. And then they laughed some more. And that's the end of Kiribati. A book about cryptids. Before we do the reading from Cretans, let's cover some of these things right here. The Hero Complex versus the Messiah Complex. I had a Messiah Complex. I was going to college that taught a sense of urgency, and I thought I could save the world. A Hero Complex, if you look it up in Wikipedia, anywhere else, you would think they're similar. You would think Hero Complex, Messiah Complex. But Hero Complex is someone that sabotages his own joint. This happens in insurance fraud a lot. And you might set fire to your business and then run to save people inside the building. So you might feel like a hero. And I go into 9/11 as extensive as I know how in this book and others. And I think that's what happened. From my heart of hearts, I think that's what happened. I think it was a false flag. And we're going to look at some of the other notes I have. But the Reichstag fire, that's how Hitler came to power, is blaming the communists. But we come to find out the Germans set up a fire in their own parliamentary building. Operation Northwoods was proposed to JFK from the army, and these are declassified documents you can find now online. And they wanted to frame Cuba and shoot down one of our own airplanes because they have a hero complex. When you can't be a real hero, you do what's called a false flag. Okay? And you come to find out after a lot of these documents reach the surface, generations later, Remember the Maine was a battle cry when we fought Spain in the 1800s. And it turns out that that wasn't exactly the case. Some people speculate that there was ammunition in the boat and something went wrong. It wasn't Spain that did it, but that was the impetus for war. Now, I'm part of a conspiracy forum, and people differentiate a false flag from a hoax. So sometimes something really happens. Let's suppose the Maine sunk because of, somebody accidentally sunk their own ship where the ammunition was kept. Let's suppose that. Well, the hoax is the story that follows. And a false flag is when you plan it out in advance and you deliberately attack your own country, your own company, or whatever. And there's a lot of us that believe that's what happened on 9/11. I only have a little time left. Maybe I don't go into the reading, but the other reading was going to have to do with Zola Budd. Zola Budd tripped Mary Decker Slaney during the 1984 Olympics. She was a barefooted runner from South Africa, and she became famous. And that's all people got going for them sometimes, is you screw with someone that's already famous, and then all of a sudden I'm famous just by association. And right here, I want to talk about Nancy Kerrigan, how Tonya Harding was a villain, right? And Nancy was this princess when her knees were messed up. And then during the medal ceremony, she came across as arrogant when Oksana Bayul accidentally pricked her sweater, and she's like, "Get off me," or something. But I understand that. I truly understand that because it's a regular occurrence, and I wrote about it in Cretans through the antagonist, Roy Thurman. So we got a minute, so I think we have time for this. And I'm gonna skip some of the other stuff. Okay, right here, towards the end, Seasons in the Sun is right here, lyrics. And they're singing it together, but below that, Roy Thurman is telling his nemesis, Donovan. Roy's the supposed antagonist, the villain. Literally turns into the devil. He literally turns into an Orcus. Okay, he says, "I have a buffer system, Donovan," Roy said. "Marco Quinton was the first pariah I've met in life. You hope you arrive to campus and everything's going to cool down, but it doesn't. Poison the well. I was never a man of cliches, but this is where it began. This took the cake. Little Mr. Quinton refused to move on. He locked on me. You remember standing in line coming back from recess during elementary school, and the guy behind you steps on the back of your shoe giving you a flat tire? He pretends it was an accident. But you know the truth. He's a piece of shit loser, and for some mysterious reason, he feels the need to be in your world." So I've gone through this at work. And, you know, I touch on secret societies like, New World Order, Illuminati, Freemasons, and all that. And, that's what's in my books. I have a lot of notes. I have some lyrics, but I'm at 10 minutes, so I can go ahead and sign out right now, man. Someone broke into my place in Fontana. They took my laptops, my iPad, my old phone, only stuff I use for writing. So it's, it sucks. It sucks, okay? This video's Hero Complex versus Messiah Complex.